Mike McCarthy's last season as the head coach in Green Bay. And unfortunately, Skip, for Aaron Rodgers, this is a Manny Pacquiao-Floyd Mayweather fight. It happened. Even makes the playoffs. So I believe this is Mike McCarthy's last year. I don't think the relationship has been the same since they got rid of his quarterback coach, Alex Van Pelt. Aaron Rodgers
without Aaron's knowledge,
consulting him. He let it be known that he was not consulted. He let it be known that he wasn't very happy with that. Last week, Skip, he didn't like the fact. I believe he didn't like the fact that his coach didn't challenge the Lockett catch. He hated that his coach punted the football. No analytics, no metrics says. And, you know, coaches, they like to fall back with the analytics say and the metrics say we should go for it this and we should do that on that. No metric says you should punt this ball. Given that was the #1 rushing team that you were punting the ball to. And they had just gone down the field and scored a touchdown to take the lead. Why you would punt that ball? Aaron Rodgers looking at you, make me see. I wish you were not my head coach. Wish I had Coach Belichick. That's what he said. I believe he said.
Really?
Yeah,
he said that?
Said if I had a Coach Belichick, ain't no telling how many of those rings I would have more than Tom Brady. That's for sure. That's what Aaron said to himself. He never said that. Look, Green Bay, you're one game. I mean, if you lose to Minnesota, it's over. It's over, Skip. You know that. I know that. So, Aaron Rodgers, we're going to need one of those virtuosos. Now, we saw my guy give you one of those on Saturday night. You saw it 2 days, Skip.
Which game are we speaking of now?
My guy gave you a virtuoso on Saturday.
You mean in basketball or football?
Basketball. I mean, Sunday.
It was Sunday. I was like, Saturday.
I thought we were doing a Tua thing. Or
No. We don't want that Saturday performance.
Sunday night.
We want that Sunday.
Yeah, we don't want Saturday.
Or we want that previous Wednesday performance.
Yeah, that too.
But Aaron Rodgers is very upset with Mike McCarthy, and I think you will agree. Finally, we're going to agree on something today. Mike McCarthy is up out of there.
You know what my dream scenario would be?
What?
Mike McCarthy goes to Cleveland next year as the head coach of the Cleveland Browns and gets to a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. That would be interesting.
Skip Bayless, I guarantee you.
Just
cards,
a thought. Just a thought.
When I see a pig driving a bus, that's when Cleveland's going to the Super Bowl.
Well, when I see a pig fly, Green Bay's going to make the playoffs this year because I think they got no shot. They're 4-5-1 going to Jenny's hometown and on Sunday night.
I'm out on first cousins.
Yeah.
You're out now?
I'm out.
Oh, great.
Really?
I'm out.
I've got nothing.
Up.
Yeah, I was. I defended him against attacks from you and a lot of other people.
Come on,
but after
Shannon.
what I saw on Sunday, Skip Bayless, I can no longer support him.
Correct attacks from me. Accurate attacks.
Struggles
from me,
Sunday.
right?
He struggles in primetime too, so it's not
That's
good.
a good point. So, just for the record, Aaron Rodgers currently is 20th in NFL QBR with a 55, a scale of 0 to 100. That's not great. And the last time I checked, he's got a top 5 receiver in Devontae Adams.
He ain't top 5.
He's a top 5 in catches. He's got top 5. And I think in talent, he's right on the edge of top 5.
No.
He is really good. I wish Tom Brady had a Devontae
Stop
Adams.
talking about Tom
Well, I'm
Brady.
serious. Am I right?
Well, they said we wish we had a coach like Coach Belichick.
Yeah. Well, Mike McCarthy's had his moments, but I think this thing has just run its course.
Oh, so
I think they
agree.
both need a change of scenery, and I feel sorry for Mike McCarthy because the GOAT, as you call Aaron Rodgers, needs a scapegoat, and it's going to be the head coach. And I think Packer Nation is done with Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
I think Packer Nation's done with this football team. So that's all well and good, but I think Mike McCarthy's got a lot of good coaching football left in
just
him.
not that guy.
What guy?
Aaron.
Yeah, okay. But I don't think he's cost Aaron championships. I think Aaron's cost himself championships.
I do think he's
because
cost
that guy is 5-6 in the playoffs since
And who's been his coach?
ago Super Bowl.
Who's been his coach?
Well, who got him to the Super Bowl the first time around?
Aaron Rodgers got him there. Did you see that run he went on? On the road. Took the show on the road and whitewashed everyone. And then threw for, what, 3 bills, 340 in the Super Bowl against the Steelers.
Yeah, he whitewashed Michael Vick in Philly, and then Matt Ryan in Atlanta, and then Caleb Haney in Chicago. That
was a feat.
Well,
hold on.
Yeah.
the #1 seed that year was the Chicago Bears. It's not my fault that Jay Cutler all of a sudden wanted to take up the Tour de France and thought he was Bernard Hinault, like Eddie Merckx. He was on the bike. And then I saw him 3 days later walking on Rodeo Drive with his girlfriend then, now wife. Did that happen, Skip, baby?
He had a knee sprain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a serious one.
You told me if he was that serious, if he was suitable, you go in that game. You finish it off. That's what you told me.
Yep. So Aaron Rodgers needs an excuse because he's Aaron Rodgers, and I'm sure his agent Gabriel, the guy in the State Farm commercial, I'm sure he's working behind the scenes to get Mike McCarthy out.
You know what, Skip?
You know what?
That's
Aaron
a low blow, Skip.
He needs to fire that guy.
That's a low blow, Skip.
That guy's a
That's
loser.
a low blow.
How could Aaron Rodgers, the greatest quarterback ever, have that guy for an agent?
Stop.
Seriously.
Look, first of all, you know Mike, but first, everybody knows this, Skip.
Yeah.
If he had Coach Belichick instead of Mike McCarthy.
Belichick?
Yeah.
Tom Brady wishes he had Mike McCarthy.
Tom Brady said if Aaron Rodgers had Coach Belichick with that knowledge and that system, he'd throw for 6,000 yards and ain't no telling how many rings he'd had. That's what Tom said. The GOAT said that.
There were years that Mike McCarthy was regarded as the best play caller in pro football. And I don't know, somehow it went south because somebody had to take the blame.
What have you done for me lately? You say the sports is to update your resume. And I've been trying to get you to update somebody's resume from 17-7, but you won't do it.
Well,
you keep holding on to, he threw for 500 in the Super Bowl. What that got to do with this year?
505.
What he got to do with this year?
Well, it's just he's the reigning MVP, right?
Okay. And the Eagles are the reigning Super Bowl champ. How that working out for them?
Okay. But Tom Brady set the all-time playoff record for yards passing in any playoff game in the Super Bowl.
And guess what?
Wow.
And before I went out of business, because the last 2 weeks I've gone out of business, people have been showing up. But he came to my restaurant. As a matter of fact, he was one of my last customers.
Really?
Yep.
So currently, Marcus Mariota has a better QBR than Aaron Rodgers. Flacco has a better QBR. Kirk Cousins had a better QBR. Andy Dalton.
But we know
we know
that's bogus because Aaron Rodgers is what? 20 touchdowns and 1 pick. And how those guys have better QBR. But that's not Skip. I'm not here to debate QBR.
Well, he is setting his own, he's shattering his own record for throwing the football away.
But guess what? See, I'm glad you walked yourself into that trap. Now, see, you criticize Aaron Rodgers for throwing it away, but you say Pat Mahomes need to take better care of the football. You can't have it both ways, Skip Bayless.
What are you talking about?
You say Patrick Mahomes turned the ball over throwing picks.
Yeah.
Had he thrown it away, you'd have criticized him for throwing it away. See, Aaron Rodgers won't put the ball in harm's way. He throws it away. But you say, oh, look at
you have to protect the ball when you get sacked. You can't throw horrendous interceptions.
But you say Aaron Rodgers is still getting sacked, so that's not what he's doing it for. That's what you told me.
I told you he's up to, I think, 4th most sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he's not throwing it away to avoid sacks.
Where is he at in terms of interceptions?
Well, it's low because he has figured out with his LeBron-esque IQ. He's got high IQ, and he says, I'm not going to try that pass because that could be intercepted. I'm not going to try to make a play for my team because my team is 4-5-1. But I got to protect those interceptions.
If his line was protecting him, like Drew Brees' line is protecting him, 9 sacks in 10 games, Jenny. Or if his line was protecting him, like Andrew Luck, 10 sacks in 11 games, Jenny. But that ain't none of my business, Skip.
Well, all I know is that Aaron Rodgers is going to get his way, and then the clock starts again on Aaron Rodgers next opening day next year with his new coach.
Skip, I want you to stop this because you're trying to set it up, and you have people out there believing in TV land that Aaron Rodgers is the only one that gets his way. And you know that's not true.
Smart people know he gets his way.
Did Tom Brady get his way?
Once.
Okay, then. Okay.
Once.
Well, Aaron Rodgers about to get his way once.
So who do you want to coach him?
Coach Belichick.
Good question.
Vince Lombardi?
Coach Belichick.
Who's available?
If I'm Coach Belichick, I'll make a trade.
Yep.
I'll trade you Aaron Rodgers for Tom Brady.
Huh. Okay.
You think Green Bay do that?
Yep.
I bet you
Green Bay would jump at that.
You know.
What about what we saw last night from Tyreek Hill?
Yeah,
Was it one of his best performances? Is he one of the best receivers